So we are back. Candyman did not get Alex. He is still here.
Because I'm Candyman.
Well, we're gonna stop saying that name and get to the topics today.
I guess let's talk about the biggest scandal of the day.
The biggest scandal of the day.
Because we're at a difference of opinion.
Right.
So, on Drag Race...
Well, let's start out with Drag Race came out with a bang. Especially for 12 seasons in. I was excited for it. This was last week. And then 3 days ago, someone posted a Facebook post saying that one of the queens who have not debuted yet of sexual misconduct. And it's gotten so serious, it hit every news media outlet to where every TV outlet, every news outlet, and this wasn't something that could be swept under the rug anymore. So Drag Race had to address it. And Sherry Pie, the queen in question, even admitted it before VH1 got in on it. But they said he is disqualified. They will not be participating in the reunion. They don't want to take it off.
Or the final episode.
Or the final episodes. This is the biggest scandal I think has happened on the show. This is the second queen that has been disqualified. The first one was Willem. But Willem was more so like...
Willem didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck. And it was something for like breaking like rules. Like...
He did it to himself.
Right. And he knew he was leaving early. So...
Probably wanted to leave early. Probably had a gig.
He did. I love a booked queen. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like, is it tarnishing the show? I think it is. I think it's taking away from, like, the other queens. I think this is a dark cloud over the season now that it didn't need.
And it's getting bigger and bigger every day. So we have 5 accusers. Well, we had 5 accusers. Now we have 7. And the 7th one said for like a year and a half, he was, messaged by him under a different name as
Allison Morley.
He created a whole casting company that he supposedly worked for, would get these actors in touch with Allison Morley. Then Allison would say, oh, I've got this project called Bulk. And then there was also a Nightmare Before Christmas remake. And people were sending like hundreds of videos to him, some with sex toys. Like, this was some sick Weinstein shit.
So basically, he was catfishing people,
pretending to have a job
for people to send salacious videos to him.
Mm-hmm. Under the ruse of being Allison Morley, a casting director.
Jeez. Like, now it's going to be even more strenuous.
He also got these guys to take steroids.
The background checks. I can't believe, like, it took 12 seasons for someone to, like, I don't know. It's crazy.
This is some shit.
He's not the only queen that has allegations against him.
Well, these are confirmed. Exactly.
This is confirmed.
Confirmed. He said it himself. Everything else is an allegation, and until I see some proof, I'm gonna leave it on the playground.
Yeah.
But because anybody can have an allegation, and then we find out this shit's some bullshit. So I ain't even gonna fan those flames because this is real. This is real. Yeah. Like, there is documentation. People have called lawyers.
And I know if I was a contestant on the show, I would be pissed.
I would be beyond pissed.
They already had, like, the intro to the Queen's episode where they were being interviewed, and none of this came out. So this is just going to be very interesting. I think, personally, they're not going to cancel the whole season. VH1 like stepped to the forefront of it before the episode aired last night and was saying that she's disqualified. We do not take any of this lightly. We want the shine of the queens that work really hard. They work so hard
to be on that
like
show.
16-hour days. Could you imagine being 8 hours in heels?
No.
Like drag is hard.
It's work.
And the straights out there.
And television is work.
Yeah.
So then you're doing drag on television. Like, it definitely is like you don't want to scrap the show and fuck over the other girls. But I do wonder because I don't think these victims have begun yet. I think
it can always get bigger.
And I do wonder what happens if it gets bigger because the advocates already called for the season to be scrapped and reshot.
I think that's overkill because the season already aired like almost a year and a half ago, and there's already seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race in the pipeline. Like they have specific dates. Like they coordinate this with Pride. It's a lot. It's just it sucks. It really does suck. And allegedly she gets to like she wasn't a filler queen. That's the problem. She makes it allegedly to top 4. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Well, we don't know if it's true. We don't know.
But
if it's true.
those Reddit forums be true.
They do. Like it's like production goes right to Reddit.
That's right. I cannot wait to talk about this with Matty Rants.
Me either.
Because he's in the foray, like all the LA queens, I'm sure, are talking about it. Mm-hmm. And I just can't wait to hear what Matty has to say.
This is definitely the brunch du jour topic.
Right. He will be here next week.
Next week.
So, Matty, yeah. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
Yeah. Will you be watching this season?
Yeah, I actually reviewed last night's episode. I just haven't.
I haven't watched it. I was tired, but it would suck if she's really good. It just really sucks. That's like Bianca Del Rio finding something out about her. That would be terrible. Like, cause she's one of my favorites. So it's gonna be weird. I want to watch it in a bar just to get like the overall feel of it. I really wanted to watch it in a bar last night, but work comes first.
So that's right.
We will be watching to see. I'm thinking they're not going to cancel the season. You think they're going to cancel the season maybe 5 episodes in?
I would say it depends on what happens this week and next week. It depends on who gets a hold of this, who wants to take control.
Oh, but they're going to be editing Boots.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Speaking of RuPaul, the AJ and the Queen canceled after 1 season.
Everybody said it was terrible. I'm not surprised.
Well, there's some people online saying, "Oh no!" Look.
Those are people who just want attention.
Yes. I watched 5 episodes and I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm done. It was like a long skit. It was a highly produced skit, and I'm sorry, Rue. It was nice to see.
Skitty Boo.
It was nice to see her. Skitty Boo. That does not sound good. Skitty Boo.
What's wrong with Skitty Boo?
It sounds like.
I said skitty, not scatty.
Oh, okay. It just sounds like if someone forgot to fleet. That's what it sounds like. That show was Skitty Boo. Anyway.
What's that on the sheet? Skitty Boo.
Jesus. It is 10 a.m. in New York right now.
And we're sober.
Right.
It's just early.
When I'm up this early, it feels like I'm drunk. It really does. Because I am like in airplane mode. I don't know how I'm doing this right now, honestly. Truly. But yeah, I'm not sad about that show leaving. Good riddance.
Toodles toots.
Yeah. So this coronavirus is now like a pandemic, and they just canceled South by Southwest.
I know.
That is insane.
And that's fucking up their whole economy.
Yes. Like Austin, like the whole city. Like that's why some people come. Like some people like focus their years around that. And I think Coachella is next. That would be huge. I'm not about to buy any festival tickets now because it's going to be canceled probably. Mm-hmm. Look, my Tokyo trip was canceled.
True.
Like, if you don't want to catch the flu, then wash your hands. Right. But yeah, speaking of viruses, one of the Claremont twins, they got out of prison. They were just released.
Early.
I think so. I mean, good for her. Hopefully, the next man that she scams won't die. Like, stop using dead people's, credit card information. She learned her lesson.
We'll see if she did.
You're right. Only time will tell. Danity Kane.
There's another iteration of
we
them?
are on our 5th variation of Danity Kane. So, for those of you that aren't keeping track, there was first Danity Kane with all 5 members.
Mm-hmm.
Then D Woods left, and then it was Andrea, Aubrey, Shannon, and Dawn. After that, there was it went down to 2. It went down to
Dumb Blonde.
Dumb Blonde. Thank you. I was trying to think about it. The next version was DK3 with Dawn added to it. So now our next variation, I'm not sure what they're called.
Aubrey.
Dawn and Aubrey, and it was like
Changing Faces.
That's just Dawn herself. That's just, well, you know what? It works for Aubrey too.
Changing Faces.
Yeah. It was they have an EP that just dropped. It was 2 songs. It's called Strawberry Milk. And the songs are cute. They're short and cute.
Like the girls themselves.
Yeah. Or My Usual Date. I just think people are tired. Like, just pick something and go with it.
The
whole is greater than the sum of its parts. I think all 5 of them, if they just stuck together,
that's splitting the check too many ways.
That's a very good point. When the check is split, look.
They look, we really only got enough money for the 2 of us.
That is a very good point. I did not think of that.
Because
could you imagine back in the day?
Aubrey and Dawn were the only draws anyway. I don't know who the mother heifers is. So it's like everybody else is kind of eating off their coattail, and there's barely any pie. So you gotta be like, I'm sorry, little bird, you gotta fly.
I think maybe, what's her name? Shannon. She probably just wanted to have a family or just chill out for a bit. I don't know. But speaking of, you brought up a really good point. Like a splitting shit 5 ways. That's probably why all these great 90s groups have disbanded and broken up and people went solo. Because that's a lot of ways to split the check. Mm-hmm. And what if you're doing most of the songwriting, or what if you're the front person of the group? That creates friction. Yep. Especially why is this person getting more? And then you have 3 people who are against 2 other people trying to sue each other. So yeah, I get it. I will never sue you.
Oh God, I hope not. I hope there's never a point where it would be necessary. I hope we always just agree.
Right.
Also, I'm pretty fair, so that shouldn't be necessary. That's why I'm fair, because it's you never have to worry about that shit.
Right, I get paid on time.
What are you going to do, go to court? He's giving me half. What more do you want?
Speaking of paying me on time, a lot of y'all were tagging us in the recent episode of The Real with Amanda and Loni. What that was you see a clip of her making faces as Loni is crying about I think her weight loss journey. Her face was it looked shady. But if you look at the entire segment, oh, that noise. If you look at the entire segment, they were talking about Weight Watchers, and they were talking about the specific points. It was a long ad. It was really lighthearted. Mm-hmm. Why is it getting louder?
Wait a minute.
I know.
How does this not happen in your house?
It doesn't.
What type of, you have a radiator.
I guess they rarely have my heat on.
Oh, well. I'll take that. I'll take that in warmth.
It was a lighthearted, fucking skit. And they were just saying, how many points is this? They were guessing and everything. So out of nowhere, Loni talks about, she just started to, her voice started to get higher. And then Amanda was I would have been like that too. So to be fair, if you just started busting out crying as we're just ha ha he he, I would have been I wouldn't know what to do. We're on live TV. So she was wondering, oh my God, where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? This is off script. This is off script. Right. So I don't think it was shade, honestly. It did remind me of that moment when Tamar was they called me a Muppet. And
Do
then
I look
Lonnie
like a Muppet?
Right.
And Lonnie
was like, well, I think, well, I know Jenny Maya was like, and then Tamara was checking. And then Lonnie was just like, that's how Lonnie was like. So, it is what it is. There's no shade, no tea there. When Amanda says something dumb, we'll talk about it. But right here, it wasn't. I don't think it was shade.
All right. I will go along with that. I was thinking it was because she lacks the emotional intelligence to actually understand when someone's having a moment. But Lonnie was putting 20 on 10.
Yes.
Or just out of left field. Like, what? Okay, girl.
Like, normally people don't cry during ads. Right.
It's just a chicken breast.
I was in the project.
Oh my God.
I want some fried chicken. Like, it was. I was a big girl. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here all night. I can't wait to see what that looks like.
Ooh, wow. I am jealous of everybody who's going to get to watch this show now. Because that was incredible.
Oh, God, whatever. Nikki's husband. I heard about it. He got rearrested.
I think he's in jail now.
No, like he got out of jail. This is what the I guess this is what they're saying now. Or no, right? I told y'all he's gonna be the downfall of her. She has to register her fucking mansion as a sex offender.
Yeah,
that lives
means
there.
Your address is gonna be out for everybody. I can't believe. I mean, he's facing 10 years for not registering.
Really?
Yeah, that is not something that you play with. The Marshals.
LA doesn't play with that either. California.
The Marshals came and got him. The Marshals.
Right. And they said that when they were in Trinidad, he took a picture, like, by a school. Lord, that is a no-no.
Like...
So he has an ankle monitor, and he got his passport. Yeah, a Remy tee.
And Remy had that anklet on for a minute, honey. She had matching jewelry.
Right. And he got his passport confiscated.
And Nikki stays on a private plane.
Private plane.
And I like, if they decide to give him jail time for this, like, or two, what if they say, okay, well, we're going to revoke your passport?
It's just not a good look. It's just not a good look for her.
But this is going to fuck with that marriage.
It is, definitely. All of this just so she can have complete control over a man.
That's sad.
The parallels to Kenya Moore, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, Nikki deserves... Like, however I feel about her, she deserves someone that's on her level, I think. And if I was a fan of Nikki, I'd be like, girl, what are you doing?
I mean, at least, like, not everybody is going to have the money that you have. Like, you have more money than most people in the world.
Right.
But you could still find, like, somebody, a music executive or, you know, a songwriter, like somebody who's also, like, in the business, who's doing well for themselves, but, like, maybe not as flashy. Like, I could see why you don't want to be with a basketball player or something because...
Or a rapper.
Yeah, but...
But the bar is low. Try to just start with someone that didn't go to jail for murder. Well, manslaughter. That's not alleged.
And stagitate.
Exactly. Like, let's just start there.
Or if you're gonna get a felon, at least get one who's doing something with his life, who's turned it around.
Right.
There's a lot of people who have, like, okay, you made a mistake in your youth, but you're doing something with your life now. Date those guys.
He looked like jail didn't do nothing for him. No rehabilitate was there at all.
I think it helped with his arms, but he really needed to do some leg work while he was in there.
Oh my God.
Walking around looking like Chicken Little.
I just can't. I can't. But anyway, there was something else I wanted to say about that.
A Cadbury bunny tea.
Easter is coming up. And it's going to be 70 degrees next week.
Praise God.
We might actually have a spring.
We might actually have a summer.
Well, we always have a summer, but it's usually like winter, 1 week of spring, summer.
Because winter won't end until like
April
May
or mid-May.
Mid-May.
And then Memorial Day weekend is summer. So
then it's like, oh wait, it's hot all the time? Okay.
Any Atlanta tea, anything.
Kenya Moore is an asshole.
Besides that, her husband is an asshole too. And his restaurant.
The restaurant
that we have not gone to.
It's in Brooklyn. We went to Los Angeles before we went to Brooklyn.
That's a good point. It's closer.
That's fucking...
But what happened to his restaurant?
Well, apparently, according to Bossip, inspectors from New York's health department performed a routine probe on the Southern Fusion restaurant on February 13th and found that food wasn't properly protected from sources of contamination during storage, prep, and transportation, display, or service. Cold food items weren't being refrigerated at appropriate temperatures. Live roaches were present in both the kitchen and or dining area. Live roaches. So it's instead of Kenya Moore hair care, it's a Kenya Moore roach scare.
So one thing you don't have to worry about is feels. Feels. So tell me, what is Feels?
Well, Feels is a premium CBD subscription service, so this way you have it delivered right to your home.
And sometimes, like when I'm experiencing like stress, anxiety, or sleeplessness, like all you have to do, it's so easy. You have the little vial that you have. It tells you how many drops it is to put under your tongue, and it's just really easy. Like afterward, like I just feel so much better, so much at ease. Relaxe.
But you're not high.
I'm not high. No, not at all.
And it's all natural.
It's all natural. Yeah, it reduces stress, anxiety, sleeplessness, and pain.
I know I've taken it for all of those things because I'm a very stressed person. I usually do it to myself, but that's not the point. And that's the thing. It's like, even when you get yourself worked up, you can take some Feels and be like, you know what, let me calm down.
And it's so easy to take.
2 drops under the tongue, and it works immediately.
And you can experiment with however many drops just to see what's your balance and what's good for you. And there's real human support in case you have any questions. If you're new to it, Feels offers a free CBD hotline to help guide your personal experience.
So feel better naturally with Feels.
Yeah, no high, no hangover, no addiction whatsoever. There's a membership as well. You join the Feels community, and to get Feels delivered to your door every month, you'll save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel at any time.
Feels has me feeling my best every day, and it can help you too. Become a member today by going to feels.com/roast, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's FEALS.com/roast to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. That's feals.com/roast.
FEALS.com/roast, ROAST. But back to the regular topics. I promise I'm gonna stop.
I don't know why.
What's next? So
there was evidence of mice in the kitchen and or dining area, and so that's shit. That's mice shit. Did they
shut it down? Did they shut the restaurant?
No, they still got an A. The restaurant isn't vermin proof and has conditions that are conducive to attracting vermin and allowing them to exist. So basically, it's a rat's nest. The health department ultimately gave the eatery an A grade, but the 28 violation points were the most that it had ever racked up, according to city records obtained by Bossip. Child, Bossip got up in that business.
So, to be objective and fair, because I work in a restaurant, and New York Health Department does not play. Like, they will get you for everything. Like, it kind of reminds me of, have you seen Deliver Us from Eva, where she was playing that food inspector?
Yes.
Like, they go like that. Or
but
whatever.
You know what? I want you to, because I don't want to die.
Right. So
painfully from food poisoning. And I don't want that for you either.
They go so hard that, like, most restaurants that I've been at...
People are nasty as fuck. That's why we got the coronavirus. Well, please, I want a camera in a bathroom just so we can make sure those people is washing their hands.
Oh, my God. So they go...
I want to see live footage that you just washed your hands. Go wash them now.
They go so hard that the kitchen just stops cooking when they're there. So... It could be like a restaurant, like busy ass night. The kitchen will stop making food because if they get anything under an A in New York, word travels. And that will hurt everyone's pockets in the building. Mm-hmm. And they rather just sacrifice a couple grand to appease everyone by, not cooking food than not get that A. So, just to let you know, a lot of places in New York is susceptible to roaches and rats. Just being honest with you.
I mean, like, the truth is, are there roaches somewhere in this building? Of course, it's New York. Like, they really are everywhere.
You can't stop that, but you can at least, like, prevent it.
Or keep it off the counter.
But I have seen a mice. Edit that out. I have seen a mouse scurry across the floor in a restaurant, and the food was free. After that, I guarantee you, I've seen that happen. I've seen a roach in a restaurant, accredited restaurants in meatpacking.
Well, I would say this: a roach can get in, walking in with you. Hell, you can open the door and a roach can run in. Because I've seen roaches on the street. Right. So it's like that roach may not even live. That roach may not even live there. That roach just was going out to dinner like everybody else.
Right. But if people are wondering, like, how the hell did they just get an A for all that? Well. Food temperature and storage like that, sometimes it just changes. Like, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, now, if you have shit that's like, have fungus on it and shit like that, then yeah. But it's more so like, are you dating the stuff properly?
I went to a bar in the East Village, and they had dirty ice. Like, I saw dirt in the ice, and I was just like, and we're done. I haven't even fucked with the East Village really since then.
The Lower East Side in general is dirty.
It is
dirty. But all the bars are there. All the cheap bars are downtown.
That's why it's cheap.
Because you get cheap ice, right?
With flecks in it. I was like,
But yeah, I won't be going to SoCo anytime soon. Just to touch on my opinion of the last episode. He embarrassed the fuck out of her. And all I gotta say is, karma.
I feel like I would also say, if Kenya let Marc have his event and didn't try to be Kenya and insist on pushing people around and
I think it was mean of her to do that to Marlo and her sons because, not her sons, oh my God. Marlo and those rent-a-kids. It was for black men. It was for young black men. She brought
young black men.
Right, exactly. And she was being treated like trash.
Kenya just always has to just, like Marc said, I want everybody at the same table. She couldn't have that. Oh, I don't want to sit around that. It's not about you. God, it's just, she really is.
Oh. Makes it hard to like her.
I really understand why he was just like, rein it in.
And that's why a lot of people don't have sympathy for her right now because you do all this bullshit to people, and it's just coming right back at you. You tried to fuck with Tanya's marriage. Well, Tanya's love life. Like, what if, like Nene said, what if they brought Marc's baby mama and his kids on the show?
And talked about y'all's relationship.
Right. So, I don't know, like, Nene is on fire. She has been on fire this recent press circuit. I love the fire that Kenya has put under her ass because she's not letting up. This is the Nene that I'm like, that check charade about wall stealing.
Yes.
To not steal. Steal. Right.
What was I going to say? I'm looking forward to this week's episode because when Candy said, is it possible that we could help not talk about Kenya's divorce? And then Marlo's, I don't think I'm going to be able to help that, honey. I don't think I'm going to be able to help that.
And I didn't know it was like like days prior, she was trying to like, mess with other people's relationships.
Nene was like, well, you know what? This is a good wake-up call for you. Wake up.
I cannot wait for the next episode, actually. They're going to be in Greece.
I will say this. I feel like Kenya's husband was as disrespectful to her as she was to him in his event.
So they're made for each other.
Mm-hmm. She was disrespectful to the event. She was disrespectful to the cause because this was not a time for you to try to have assigned seating or anything like that. This was time for you, Ken, to sit back and support your husband for an event. That's probably why he didn't mention you, because you was acting an ass and making everything about you all day.
Well.
So I could see why he was short with you.
I really want to know, like, how does he feel about how he's being portrayed in the season? Like, I really want to know.
I think
they're not going to get him to go on. He's not going to go on a reunion.
No, I think he will go on the reunion.
You think?
I think they're laughing all the way to the bank.
They could be.
Again, Kenya wouldn't be interesting. She wouldn't have anything really going on if she had the happy family. It's all about a plot line and a long con that can stretch seasons.
A long con.
A long con. You see, next season, they're going to get back together. And then we'll have the wedding special, that Bravo always wanted. Then we'll have Kenya married.
Jesus. Cynthia's marriage is next. So...
Oh, yeah, that's going to be next season, too.
Right, exactly. So the check's already in the mail for Cynthia. She's guaranteed to be on the next season. Going to another Housewife franchise. Basically, New Jersey, not the finale, New Jersey's reunion. The Jennifer Show. She made it about her, and she was on the furthest side of the couch. She was a pro.
I have to say, I am very impressed when she was just like, if you think you're going to sit me over here and I'm not going to make it all about me, I'm going to make it all about me.
She came for everybody on the other side of the couch by Andy.
She really did clown.
And inserted herself in. Teresa was quiet the whole time.
Yeah, like they asked Jackie something, and Jennifer just started answering for her.
Yeah, they asked Dolores something.
That's what it was. And it was just like, can Dolores speak?
And just like in the next episode, she coming for Melissa again. Melissa kind of deserves it.
And her fake storylines.
I'm tired of it.
I'm glad she called her out for that fake baby shit and that long lost sister shit that went
nowhere. I totally
forgot
forgot about it. And speaking of other Housewives franchises, we have a confirmation date, allegedly, for Housewives of Beverly Hills. Finally, it's going to be April 15th, Wednesday nights. I can't wait. I want to see how Garcelle did. I want to see the whole Brandy love triangle. Mm-hmm. It's going to be good, I think.
I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait for the trailer. That should be dropping pretty soon.
Yeah.
We got the trailer for New York, and I'm just not impressed.
Yeah.
It seems like it's just like, it's the
same old
shit.
White bitches.
Now it's, Dorinda's the one with the problem, and it's like, I'm not tuning in for the rehab hour.
Jesus. A housewife in rehab. Groundbreaking. So, into music news. Have you listened to Meg Thee Stallion's new album / EP / I don't know?
Well, according to the contract, she ain't gonna get paid for it no way, so what does it matter?
She's not gonna get paid for it?
Well, she ain't making no money off the album, she said.
That's a good point. I mean, I haven't listened to it yet. I heard it wasn't great.
None of her music has really...
if we want to be honest.
We may be many things, but we're definitely honest.
Yes, I think so. It looks like the rapper that's getting the shine right now is Doja Cat. Because that song is a hit. You may have seen me dance to it on my Instagram.
I did. I was wondering. I was like, what the hell is he doing?
That's the TikTok dance that got really popular. It got so popular, she incorporated into the video. The video is so cute. You need to watch it. It's really good.
I'll have to peep at it.
But she is really, I think she's going to be the it girl. It's real, like, it's a nice California, like, you're, like, with the top down.
Okay.
Like, driving through with the palm trees in the back. Like, that's the type of song it is.
I still like that, the Juicy song.
Oh, yeah, that's a little bop, too. I like it. But, yeah, Meg, I just don't see versatility yet, but I think she's coasting off likability. Because she's likable.
Very likable, but we're going to need a hit, and we're going to need it soon. We're going to need music.
Yes.
Music.
Like, sorry. Katy Perry, she came out with a new music video that announced her pregnancy.
I'm really happy that that her and Orlando are like gonna have their little family.
Yeah. As far as the song,
that's why I focused on what was positive. In
right.
That
yeah. Exactly.
Great gowns.
Great
Beautiful
gowns. She was wearing a gown.
Beautiful gown.
Beautiful gown.
Maternity gown.
Yeah.
Gorgeous husband.
I'm happy for her. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
I mean, I'm glad that you're having a baby because you sure ain't had a hit in a minute. So at least you get to have something that you wanted.
Yeah, like, Dula Peep has stole all her, like, swag. Like, she is on fire. Let's
oh
get
my
physical.
God. Dula Peep is like the younger Katy
She's
Perry.
doing Katy Perry songs, basically.
Oh, child, they just said, we ain't even giving this to you no more. Here you go, Dula.
Right. Her name's Dua Lipe, we know. But Dula Peep is just
That's what I call her, Dua Peep. I call Uniqlo Uniculo.
I haven't been to that store in a while. I haven't been shopping in a while. I need to go spring shopping. So, Basketball Wives is still having legal drama.
Oh, yes. Now OG.
Hilarious.
Now OG is countersuing Evelyn.
She's responding to Evelyn Lozada's lawsuit accusing her of defamation. She's countersuing, claiming the drama landed her in the hospital. Allegedly, OG said after she was sued by Evelyn back in October, she suffered severe chest pains in the new suit. What?
What?
She claims the pains were so bad she had to go to the emergency room.
Oh my God.
What?
They just want to stay in the news at this point.
But is this the first time Basketball Wives have been suing each other off the show?
No, because remember Jennifer sued
Evelyn?
I don't know. I think somebody sued somebody, either Tammy or the little assistant girl. They were going to press charges.
Yeah.
Because Jennifer got slapped.
Right. She was suing and knowing she wasn't going to get a penny out of it. She just wanted to make her broke from legal fees. That is a real petty drag when you have the money to
take somebody to court.
Right. Knowing they don't have the money.
When you can play in court.
Right.
Child.
Remember that jingle you had?
I don't play in court. But also, I'll tell you something. You never want to do that because you don't know how things could turn out.
Exactly. Like a Tierra Marie.
Mm-hmm. She tried to play in court.
And lost. And still losing.
I mean, the dodgeball hit her in the face.
Yeah.
Pow! I mean...
That scam went off the road.
Like her car.
Yep. It was a wheel missing.
And he won an additional $5,000 because it's taken her so long to pay up. And he gonna get that money. I really do think she needs to start a GoFundMe. She really needs to be like, please get this man off my ass. I have learned. I am sorry. I won't play in court no more.
So I just watched Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, wait, but we have a little more music news. Pleasure P, speaking of Love and Hip Hop, was arrested for battery
at a Checkers.
What were you doing? I don't like Checkers.
I don't like Checkers, and it's right by us. Mm-hmm. It's not good.
God, I wish that was a Burger King.
I miss those croissant which in the morning. I miss that Burger King on 143rd. Yes.
Yep. And I don't know why they closed. It was always packed.
Right. Oh.
I felt bad for the manager because I was just like, I wonder what he's going to do now. I mean, I'm sure he's managing somewhere else.
I mean, he can work right there with Olivia at Foot Locker.
On 125th.
We'll get to that too because I want to talk about that.
House of Hoops.
Right. House of fucking Hoops. Oh my God. House of Hoops. I totally forgot about that. So he got into it with a clerk at Checkers.
Let's see. At 5:15 a.m. in Miami Gardens, Florida, after he allegedly shoved a female fast food employee in the chest with his bag of food through the drive-through pickup window. According to the police report, the Checkers worker told cops the incident started when Pleasure P yelled at her intercom system for several minutes because there was a mix-up over $60 worth of food that he ordered. The employee said P yelled at her more as he was driving up to the window before getting out of his vehicle and approaching on foot. You know they're going to have video footage of this. She says he handed her the money and she handed him his order, but he pushed her intentionally with malicious intent with the food he received. That's when she called the police. Oh my God, the report says P reeked of alcohol and food was seen all over the floor near the drive-thru window, and other employees corroborated their co-worker's story. He was taken into custody and booked for simple battery. He posted a bond of $1,500 a few hours later and was released from jail.
See, this is why some fast food places
have the plexiglass.
They have the plexiglass because people be going out of pocket. Well, at that hour, you have people that are drugged up, induced. Yes, induced. All it takes is, I'm sorry, it'll be 15 more cents for another sauce. What? Like,
they need to stop charging for sauce.
They really do, honestly. But still, like, any trigger can happen. He pushed that young woman on the floor.
No, he just pushed her in the chest. No, the food ended up on the floor. But it's like, oh, okay, it's a mix-up in an order, but still, you got your food.
And then you have money, too. Why? I don't know. People just let the small stuff really bother them. He must have had nobody with him.
Well, I'll tell you this. She about to get a bag.
Yes.
That's about
that Love and Hip Hop check.
That's about to be a real expensive order.
Is he still on Love and Hip Hop?
No.
He's not.
No, he's not. But he actually tours and stuff. Like people still.
I'm curious. What's his net worth? $2 million.
Okay, so she gonna get a couple.
That's a cute bag.
She gonna get at least $50,000.
That's a Chanel bag.
She gonna get $50,000 for that shove.
A Chanel bag is like $3,000, $4,000. That's probably a good.
That's a down payment on a house.
$50,000.
I'm getting some property with that. I'm sitting my ass down. I would say I could do a down payment. We could that would be like what for a $200,000 house that would be a quarter that. Yep. You've just bought me a new home. Thank you for your services.
We have some new Jesse news.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you for fucking real?
Illinois.
Now I'm hungry.
Illinois Supreme.
Are you hungry?
A little bit. It's still a little early. My stomach doesn't awake yet until noon.
Oh, okay.
Illinois Supreme Court denies Jussie Smollett's request to throw out new charges.
Okay.
The Illinois Supreme Court on Friday denied former Empire actor Jussie Smollett's request to halt the proceedings against him and disqualify the special prosecutor appointed in the case. The emergency motion requested by Smollett. Is it Smollett or Smollett?
Does it matter?
It doesn't. Jussie's attorney was denied with no explanation given. Woo! According to documents from the Illinois Supreme Court. It was denied with no explanation given.
Oh my God.
On Monday, February 24th, he entered a plea deal of not guilty. A plea of not guilty to new charges. Yep. So they just denied it. So he's going to court.
He's going to
trial. He can't get out of this one now. He is on his ass, baby. Ain't no mountain high enough.
Ain't no valley low enough. And Lori Lightfoot, the black lesbian mayor of Chicago, is not here for his shit. She said, she wants him prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I mean, this is why people you don't play with 911. You don't fuck up public resources. And then also it's just, well, now you've kept lying. And so then you're trying to say, well, we're foul and we're a fucked up police department, which they are. But but this time we ain't do this.
It could have been over, though, if he just didn't walk his ass up to that podium.
And talk about being his mother's son. When he's not his mother's son. Your ass got hatched
Right.
Hatched. You're nobody's child.
He walked up there and showed his ass like that scene in The Skinny.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Tamar's new show, Get Your Life, is gonna be on We.
Shocking. Shocking.
I thought her show was gonna be with VH1. I hate We.
Don't you still do reviews from We? Oh, okay.
I haven't touched anything from We TV. I might do Marriage Boot Camp when Phaedra's on, but do I really care about Phaedra running from random reality show to random reality show?
I didn't know they didn't premiere yet.
Hers hasn't come on yet.
Jeez.
But do I want to see Phaedra run from show to show, from Strange Man to Strange Man, trying to get some semblance of relevancy that she lost because she had to lie on Candy? Now check that. Angela Stanton is running for Congress.
Oh my God. The former felon, right?
The former felon. Trump pardoned her, so now she can. Yep. Your eyes are as big as Amanda Seal. Y'all should have seen it.
They did.
Child, I saw all the white. I was like, whoa. Now that shocked. I think I had
Angela
the same
Stanton
expression.
She's like the black Ann Coulter.
No, I can say this. Ann Coulter is a bit more
Wicked.
coherent.
Oh, okay.
I'll say at least that's like a sentence I can follow. I don't like where it ends, but it's a sentence I can follow. Angela, child, I struggled through that little Hooked on Phonics book she put out.
Terrence Howard trying to block ex-wife from seizing his Empire checks.
Oh my God.
He has a $1.3 million debt.
Yep. And she is coming after that money. She's been trying to get it for 2 years. So now Fox is like, well, we don't know who to pay. Do we pay Terrence's company or do we pay her?
In back spousal support. Wow.
Back spousal.
The breakdown came to $263,000 owed in back support and another $1 million due to his increase in income since the divorce settlement. Don't get married. Don't get married.
Yeah.
Or just have an ironclad prenup.
I don't even, no, the ironclad prenup is not marrying your ass. That way you'll get money when I'm in a good mood. When I don't want to give you any money, I don't have to give you any money. If we ain't fucking, I'm not paying you. What the fuck? You're off the payroll.
I want that on a shirt. If we're not fucking, I'm not paying you.
Just the fuck.
He was getting paid $250,000 an episode.
And so Jesse was making decent money, which makes all of this even more confusing.
I still want him to just
we don't make
confess.
$100,000 a year. If we were making $100,000 an episode, I would be too busy on a boat.
Right. Like, when you're that level of rich, why do you have time to, deal with the peon? Deal with mess. You know what I mean?
Angela Stanton says she's open to pursuing a romance with Bow Wow.
I thought you said Stanton. Did you say Stanton?
I probably did.
You probably...
Angela Yawn Simmons said she's open to pursuing a romance with Bow Wow. Why is she into underdeveloped men? I mean, who looks at Bow Wow and thinks, ooh, yeah, I want a piece of that? I mean, you really are out here fucking for growing up hip-hop? I don't think they have as much money as they pretend. Because why would she be on this show?
Sorry, they were bowling upstairs.
There's an alley up there.
Oh, right, okay.
Angela really Bow Wow, that's the best you can do?
What is she doing?
That's a
what
great
is her storyline?
No one really knows. She has these supposed little businesses that you never really see anything happening with. I think she's just on the show because she doesn't have a job and she needs to make money to eat.
Well, she has that Simmons money.
I don't think they're giving her money like that.
I'm sure she has a trust.
I don't know. If you have a trust, why would you be willing to fuck Bow Wow on camera?
True.
For a plot line?
Well,
you're that desperate where you're willing to be with Bow Wow and you start a romance?
They may have money, but they want to be talked about. They want the fame.
Well, we talk about her, but we don't have anything nice to say. Oh my God, that was the worst trailer I've ever seen in my life. We just watched the trailer for, not True to the Game 2, but Trigger, which is another movie that Jeremy Meeks is in. Child, he went over to the Urban Movie Channel now that that rich woman dumped him, and he got himself in every production that they have. He don't look bad, don't act good, but don't look bad.
I'll save y'all from watching this trailer. Just Google an abortion procedure.
We can't say that.
Oh.
Jesus. Oh my God. That trailer, okay, so I guess I'll try to describe what we saw.
It was the guy literally jumped into the counter. He leaped into it.
Wait.
He wasn't even pushed. He leaped, he killed himself.
So we've got this wealthy family. A brother comes home from jail. The brother says, okay, you can stay here. They're having a party. One of the guys at the party is getting too drunk, and so the brother who just came from jail goes to break up the fight and then, kind of throws him, although the guy, like you said, threw himself into the corner and then, of course, dies. And then apparently Felon Bay takes everybody there hostage, and then the police have to get in.
The acting was like a class, like a 101 type class next to like the income tax store.
Yeah.
Like the cash, whatever you call it, the cash now place. Like one of those acting places that's between
a Pay-O-Matic.
Yes. With the pawn shop on the right.
Uh-huh.
Right. So
that was
really terrible. Like I never want to see that again. I'm not sure.
Don't?
That looked like something you could catch on the corner, like some
a
brother
corner
man,
DVD.
right?
Yes.
Brother man selling it.
That's a movie that would be on at the barber shop.
Yes, barber shop.
Cause his cousin was in it.
Jesus, that was terrible.
That movie Trigger had me triggered.
It makes me want to pull the trigger on whoever like produced that shit. I forgot, like Love and Hip Hop. I wanted to talk about New York for just a quick second.
Okay.
I just had to watch to see Olivia be embarrassed because that was just such like a scene where I was just like, I'm guessing she went from a he said she said, like her whole storyline just crumbled.
He said I didn't say that.
Right. And she was just like,
I don't know why she was so upset, because it's like, okay, well, whether you remember telling me or whether you don't. And then he also said, I don't remember telling you that. This was 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
He couldn't forget. I'm sorry, you asked me what I was saying at 27. I'm sure I might have told you some shit. I don't remember what happened a decade ago. I don't.
What did you have for lunch 10 years ago?
Like, I can't even remember important shit from 10 years ago. And your money would not be that important to me
literally,
10 years ago.
She came back on this franchise, I'm guessing however many years later, talking about a debt owed to her from 10 years ago.
And you've never
that storyline, basically, like, the floor just fell out from under her.
And also, if you knew, and if this was true, why haven't you called lawyers? Why haven't you filed suit against these companies? Why haven't you, shown the deal sheets and the split sheets?
That's why Yandy looked like she just wasn't here for the bullshit.
Yandy was like, girl, Yandy knew that song ain't made no fucking money. Right. It was never physically released, and nobody was downloading shit like that on iTunes.
And the only person that needed to be paid was the person who wrote the song and the person who produced it.
Yeah.
It didn't make any profit.
She didn't even perform it, because Rich said, she went around the world and performed the song and made money. When did she perform? Around what world? She doesn't even go around the neighborhood in her Rolls
Wait,
Royce.
She did come out of a Rolls Royce, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Rolls Royce.
She can't even afford a down payment on a Rolls Royce.
Sure can't. Ooh, the True to the Game movie trailer is
I'm
also
so tired. Who's in that?
I don't know.
And it's a sequel.
Jeremy Meeks is also in
I don't want to see that, please.
Jeremy Meeks is going to be a star.
Can we talk about the Annabelle trailer? Something that I might actually see.
Oh, I'm going to go see that. So apparently, Janelle Monae has been sent back in time.
To be a slave?
She was sent back to, I guess, like, end slavery or stop it or, I don't know.
I want to support Janelle.
Mm-hmm. And Jordan Peele.
He produced it?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I also want to say Jordan Peele didn't direct Candyman. He just produced it.
Okay.
It was a female director. I forgot her name.
Okay.
But yeah. It looks good. It's just I just want to know what it's about.
I guess we'll just have to see. I think that's what all his movies are. It's like, you've got to come
Oh,
see
you know
it.
what? I didn't know what Get Out was about. So yeah, I was like pleasantly surprised when I went to it.
Us, the same thing.
That's
we had
true.
no idea.
That's true, yeah. Okay, I'll give it to him. All right.
All right, well, those were today's hot topics, so we'll see you sooner than Jussie sees the truth.
And we'll see you sooner than Loni has her breakdown.